Launched 16 minutes in. We've got donations coming in. People are already making contributions. I'm here with two incredible teammates and partners that we wouldn't be here without them. So Dave Kemp, DTO, also Yogi, DJ, fantastic musician I've gotten the blessing to teach classes with. He's also been a marketing strategic partner, overseer of so many components of this. And he introduced me to Tiffany, aka Creative, who has been really the backbone to all visual graphics, all components of the games visually, web development, all images, all logos. So yeah, I'm super grateful to be here with this amazing team, this beautiful artwork, and yeah, excited to share Moksha with all of you. Thanks for being here, Dave. How
Congrats.
you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. All the energy and your vision that you've had for multiple years to witness this come to life. I know it's been an absolute pleasure for Tiffany and myself to recognize how much time and energy goes into this. So anyone that's listening right now and seeing all these beautiful board games behind James, it's a lot of extraordinary dedication and commitment. And anyone out there who's ever done a launch of any product or service, you totally understand what it is. And I feel that the more you're going to learn about this board game and the more that Stitch will be sharing his testimonials in a moment, you'll really get your own copy as soon as possible. So go to yogaboardgame.com.
Yeah, Stitch was on pins and needles last night. He had trouble sleeping. He was so excited for our launch this morning. So I'm just making sure he's feeling okay. How are you feeling, Tiffany? I don't know if you're muted. Dave, are you hearing her, Dave?
Nope.
No. Oh, Creative. I love seeing your face. We're not getting your visual right now, your audio right now.
Yes, you can do some pantomiming, like one of the categories of the game.
Woo! I'm just gonna do my best to speak for her. Yeah, woo! I see it. Everything's
Voiceover.
awesome.
What? Oh my gosh, it's happening.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. So
Is this
besides
real
being
life?
like a total creative genius, Tiffany is creative, is this amazing, supportive, encouraging person where every time I feel stressed or anxious, she says something to remind me to stay calm and move at the speed of peace. Beyond that, she's just this incredible problem solver. I've had these speed bumps and these like roadblocks where I hit a point where I'm like, I have no idea how to get past this. And I send her a message, and 3 minutes later, it's like, oh, it's fixed. So it's the I kind of faux pas to say I couldn't have done this without this team. I started writing this content down almost 10 years ago. And the truth is, it really didn't start gaining the traction it did until we all came together a little over a year ago and started working on this. So just super grateful for everything Creative's done in her insight and the synchronicity and intuition, skills, support. So I just want to shout your praises since you're not with us verbally for everyone to see how awesome of a human you are. Yeah. So the campaign started today, 9 o'clock Pacific time. It's going to run for 30 days. In that period of time, any sharing would be super appreciated. Any questions that come in, we'll be making comments there. The campaign's set up to be able to donate a game to a nonprofit studio. We're sending 10% of all profits from the game to Folsom Prison Yoga, which is incredibly exciting. Prison yoga is kind of one of the most brilliant ideas I've ever heard of. It at one point I spent a couple months at an ashram, and although it was by choice, it was obvious to me how much the two institutions had in common as far as having a schedule and meals provided and time you're doing work and time you're alone. And it was at the time at the ashram with the Amma that it was like, this practice needs to be offered in prison. And so to give something to inmates, particularly level 4 penitentiary, people that are often in their cells, to give them a practice to be able to access freedom on a spiritual, emotional, mental level when they're physically quite confined feels really, really important. And probably the most rewarding classes I ever taught, as far as how clearly impactful it was to the inmates, to the fact that they were choosing to be in a cold gymnasium doing yoga rather than being outside in the sun during yard time. And to hear feedback, like, I feel calm and peaceful in my body, and I've been practicing since our class last week in my cell. Super powerful. And similarly with this game, there's just this big drive to getting people to a place of finding their own liberation, right? Whether it's in a cell in your mind and in your heart space, or whether it's in the life we live and being with our community, being able to play a game and free up our inhibitions, free up our doubts, liberate our fears. So yeah, that's a big part of the vision I wanted to share. Jeff, do we have you on audio? Or are you still just this beautiful face in our screen? Yeah. Well, Dave, do you have anything else you want to say before we sign off for now?
Yeah, I would love to actually show the video. I think that would be a great idea, that people can see what it is that you created. Shall we run the video?
Yeah, I can do a share screen.
Okay,
Great idea.
I can do it on my side too. It's up to you.
Got to do all the technology approvals. All right, should be good to go.
There's Ben Ramos. Just
All right.
woohoo.
Can you do it, Dave? It's not letting me share at the moment. I'd love to share this
Okay,
video.
let me see here. Local video. Okay, let me know if you can see the video.
Do you love yoga? Do you love board games? Do you love getting together with friends and family to play, laugh, and connect? Maybe like me, you have childhood memories of gathering around the table, opening a game, and becoming immersed in the magic of playing and exploring together. Hi, my name is James Kapika, and I am thrilled to introduce you to Moksha, the liberating game of laughter, discovery, and connection. Moksha, meaning liberation in Sanskrit, is a hilarious, interpersonal, and educational game inspired by the yoga tradition. Not to be confused with Yoga Twister, as there's no actual doing of poses. Instead, Moksha gamifies the themes of yoga and brings people together through playful collaboration. In classical board game fashion, Moksha has a start and end space where players move forward by successfully completing a task from one of the four paths. Kurma, the path of service and action, where you are the artist and players guess who or what you draw. Bhakti, the path of devotion, where you act or pantomime and players guess who or what you are. Jnana, the path of knowledge and wisdom, where you think and answer trivia questions. Don't worry, they're multiple choice. And Raja, the path of meditation and direct experience, where you share something personal or lead everyone through a short exercise. More than simply a board game, Moksha is a portal into the world of personal exploration and group interaction. It can be played in teams, as a collaborative effort, or with each player moving forward on their individual journey. And the four paths can even be played as mini-games. After almost a decade of gestating and receiving input from friends and teachers, divine timing led me to an amazing team of artists, developers, and yogis. Our intention in creating a game about yoga and other aspects of Indian culture is to honor the wisdom and insight from these traditions in a way that is accessible and incredibly fun. And we are beyond grateful to share Moksha with you. So are you ready to play more and find liberation in your life? 10% of all profits go to the Prison Yoga Project in their efforts to bring mindfulness-based, trauma-informed yoga to inmates in several countries. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Moksha, for contributing, and for sharing this campaign with your community. To learn more, visit yogaboardgame.com and stay tuned for more announcements and special offers.
Amazing.
Yeah, no small feat getting there. I had a lot of support from my friend Lance, Skull and Bones Photography, who was in the end there and did some editing work, and then creative jumped on and just worked a lot of magic actually in the past 72 hours. So it feels really good after some nights with little sleep, and I don't know how many hundreds of hours, thousands of hours we collaboratively put on this to be able to come up with something that really shows the game, shows the experience people have, right? Shows the connection, shows the laughter, shows the playfulness, and shows the different qualities and categories of the game. That there's this dynamic, interactive kind of pantomime and Pictionary type categories and ways of playing, and that there's these trivia and kind of educational components to learning about yoga and Indian culture, and these personal shares that really kind of turn the whole contest aspect of a game on its head and make it more about being vulnerable and authentic and getting to know each other and getting closer in that way.
And all the people in the video, you have so many people that have already played the game, that have shown up in different ways, and different studios that are already getting access to the board game. So yeah, this is only the beginning, right, James?
That's right. Yeah, it's been really inspiring and motivating to see people's response. It feels so vulnerable to put so much time into something and then share it and not know how it's going to land, and to see people laughing and to get the reviews and the interest in when can I buy it from people has been kind of a clear sign from the universe that we're doing something of value and we're moving in the right direction. I love the image creative added of the yoga twister being crossed out. For whatever reason, something about a yoga game, the first thing that seems to come to people's mind. I had over half the people I told are like, so like yoga twister. I was like, man, that does sound like fun, but it's a little different. Part of it is, people think yoga is all about doing this asana practice, so they think a game is going to be doing lots of poses, and there was some of that originally in the game, but it got taken out, because the reality is, if you're going to practice asana, you don't really need people sitting and watching you. It's not a performance, and you're probably better off with a teacher there that can actually assist you and support you doing it in a healthy, effective way. So it was really more about looking beyond the asana and looking at the philosophy of the practice, the lifestyle qualities of the practice, the other values that show up in the 8 limbs, for example, than just doing the physical practice. Yeah, so feeling those coming through and seeing everyone in that video responding to it in such a positive way, it's really exciting to be able to share that with you. Yeah, well, super appreciate you showing up and tuning in. DTO, you can check out his music on his website, DTO Music, and on Spotify. I'll be sharing his music with all of our videos, because not only do I have an amazing business partner in him, I also have an amazing creative ally that I feel beyond grateful to use his music, to collaborate with him, teaching with him live and in the virtual world has been really special. And so I have so much gratitude and love for this team, and I feel really, really proud to be able to share this with you and share these amazing humans with you. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you to your friends for getting us here so much. Thank you.
Yes. And people are contributing, purchasing, pre-ordering right now. So everyone go to yogaboardgame.com. It's really exciting.
Thank you so much, friends. I'll be tuning back in a little bit later today. We're going to have a game night tonight, live game night this evening, around 6 or 7 o'clock. I'll post in advance, and looking forward to showing you a little more about the game and the next 30 days. Thank you so much for being a part and sharing with everyone. Big love.
Congratulations, James, Stitch, the whole crew. Amazing.
All right. Till next time, have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday.